بلجن تنوعت مواهبها ما بين التمثيل وتصميم الأزياء للأفلام. مثلت بالتلفزيون ولكن مشاركاتها الأكثر كانت بالسينما، وشاركت مع فيلم تركي قصير سنة 2012 بمهرجانات عالمية، وفاز الفيلم بمهرجان كان السينمائي. شو بتخبرنا بلجن بزيارتها لدبي عن دورة بفيلم حبيبتي؟ منتابع سوا. Belgium, welcome to Dubai. You look absolutely stunning.
Thank you very much.
How do you feel being in Dubai this time for the release of the Butterfly's Dream?
It's exciting.
In Dubai, it's exciting.
It's exciting because I will watch myself speaking in Arabic tonight.
I hope you're gonna love your voice.
I hope so. I was like, I didn't want to watch the trailer.
Yeah.
I didn't have courage. I said I'm gonna watch in the movie, and I don't know what kind of voice they find for me.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a surprise.
Let's talk about your work with your husband, Yilmaz, because I'm sure everybody wants to know.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him earlier, and it was said that you took your distance from him while you were filming. You gave him a hard time where you were filming, apparently, right?
Actually, it was the point. I was, first of everything, when I met with him, I was admirer of him because he's an amazing director and he's a big hero in my house. And all the movie that he made, I can say we went twice, maybe 3 times to watch. I mean, he was a big, big hero of my house. And I went to him and I told him that I want to be in your movie one day. It was my dream. And the dream came true with Butterfly's Dream because he told me the first time when we met, there is a movie about poetry, and for me, with your energy, you are the one
who
can
play
play.
For you and him together.
Yes, but also I was just preparing myself because this girl is so small. We saw in the movie 17 to 20, and I was asking to him each year, are you going to shoot this movie? Because if not, it's not going to be possible for me to play that role. And then when he told me that now we're going to begin, I was just trying to protect our relation and not to, you know, sometimes it's difficult
to work with a partner.
Exactly. You can mix everything. I wanted him to pretend as a director, not as my husband. That's why I was like, you know, in my world with my music all the time and listening and trying to concentrate and try to forget about everything that we are going to, I mean, at home together.
So you don't take your work back home.
No. So that's why.
So you play the role of Susan.
Yeah.
So how do you describe Susan's personality, and how do you describe her relationship with the 2 poets?
Actually, she's a very fragile, innocent, and naive, romantic girl, and a little bit spoiled. Actually, not little bit, really spoiled. She's the one in the city from a rich family, and she really grew up in Istanbul. But because of the war, the father is afraid, and he's bringing her back to the Zonguldak. And the story begins when she met with these 2 extraordinary poets because they are so deep and they know about real life and they are suffering. And when she met with them, she discovers a lot about life. And she begins to see the life with a different view, more deeply. And her feet are coming to ground, with these 2 poets. So this is very important for her to meet with them, for her all changing, all conflict for life is begin for her.
Did you give your opinion? Did you have a vision for how the character is supposed to look like? How did you feel when you wore the clothes of this character?
I mean, really like, you know, like Butterfly. We were always thinking that she's the butterfly of the movie. And she's the only colorful in the movie with like red dress and something with colorful,
vibrant colors.
Yeah, with flowers. So that's why we had an amazing costume designer for this movie. I should say it's the first time I saw that much hard worker person in my life in the cinema business in Turkey. She's so good. She works a lot, and each time she takes my idea because we made a good collaboration with her, and we discuss and we dream about Susan so much.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to meet you, and you look stunning. And see you in a few.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. يقال عن ميرت فرات أنه من أصول عربية، ممثل وكاتب برز مؤخرا بمسلسل انتقام مع الممثلة المحبوبة برنسات، هالمسلسل اللي عم بيحقق نسب مشاهدة عالية حاليا. مهمة ميرت صعبة لأنه أولا عم بينافس كيفانش بالبطولة وعم بينافسه كمان على حبيبته. هاي ميرت.
هاي
كيفك؟
أهلا
منيح؟
كده جميل.
So you have Arabic roots, I see.
Yeah, from my family's my father's side all live in Antakya, Hatay, Antakya. But some of parents lives in also Halep, and I've been in Halep when I was 7 years old.
Okay.
And when I was 13, I've been in Sham.
How do you feel about promoting this movie here among your fans who, you know, like my phone would not stop with the
Really?
Instagram and the
It's
Twitter
great.
yesterday. So I have a lot of questions for you.
I mean, it's very exciting for me to introduce these people to this culture. I mean, to Arabian culture also, because at Arabian culture we are more near normally, but we all time like more from the west side and east side, all time like between Turkey. So between this culture, sometimes Turkish people forget the Arabian side, and that two guys. I mean. Those two poets, Rüştü Onur and Muzaffer Tayyip.
You're
Yeah, I'm the Rüştü Onur. They're going to tell our both culture more about with this film, I think.
Where was the challenge in preparing for this part? Was it the physical part, because obviously you and Kıvanç had to lose a lot of weight, or was it the emotional stage that you had to live?
I think it's the both. I mean, emotional thing is a little bit harder, and sometimes it helps each other. I mean, when you're losing the weight, you feel like a little sick, a little ill, like depression, a little bit inside. So you don't eat sugar, you don't eat food, you don't eat bread. I mean,
and you stopped eating all those?
Stop eating and everything. So. So no ice cream in the summertime.
Of course you're going to be sad.
Yeah, and then this psychology make you a little bit upset and a little bit sick also. So it helps the physical activity also. But the hardest thing is those two characters, they lived before. I mean, they are real characters.
Was it difficult to portray them?
Yeah, I
to
mean,
be true to
you
the
have
real
to know
character.
them, you have to study them, you have to disciplinate inside to studying, and it's serious. I mean, those guys lived, so their relatives still alive. I mean, they can ask you, what are you doing?
Exactly.
I mean, this is not the character. I mean, you act so.
Oh, I can't wait to see the movie, and I'm not gonna keep you any longer. I know that you're getting ready to meet your fans upstairs, and I have to get ready too because I'm with you guys as well. So I have the same feelings of excitement for the release of this movie. Thank you so much, Mert.
Thank you for the great interview.
It was a pleasure, and hope to see you again in our country.
Hopefully.
مثل ما وعدناكم، مهند عقد وبقوة على مشاهير، وهالمرة من دبي مول، حيث التقى بجمهوره يلي حضر من كافة الدول العربية ومن دبي ليلتقط الصور ويلتقي بنجمهم المفضل. ومن went crazy على أمل أنه يلاقي كيفانج عروس من دبي كونه حاليا أعزب. نبقى مع جلسة حوارية مع أبطال فيلم حبيبتي.